Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Tim Stenovec along with Carol Masser. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. We're joined by Bloomberg News equities reporter Alexandra Semenova. Some late breaking news.
Yeah, just when we thought an eventful trading day was over, we have some really big news coming out from the media space. We have the Wall Street Journal reporting that Paramount, Comcast, Netflix are all preparing bids for a takeover of Warner Brothers Discovery. Just looking at the initial report right now, it says that this is according to people familiar with the discussions. The initial deadline to submit a non-binding first round of bids is November 20th, so that's really quite soon. And the report also says that Warner Discovery wants this completed by the end of the year. So really fast paced on this. And also just taking a look right now at the share move on Warner Brothers. It looks like it's up in after hours trading. We also have the 8K right now. It says that CEO David Zaslav agreed to amend his employment pact here. They're also initiating a review of all of their options.
Yeah. Exactly.
Going to be a big one in this media saga that we've been seeing time and time and again.
Out and about. Warner Brothers Discovery up about 3.2% here in the aftermarket. All right, let's go to one name that we talked about a lot today. Actually, 24 hours ago, they were reporting their earnings after the close, but today we got market reaction, and that is Cisco.
Yeah, something ironic about talking about Cisco at a time when everyone is comparing this time to the 1999 .com bust, but that stock was doing well today. Its shares gained after it boosted its 2026 forecast, showing progress in its effort to capture AI spending. The company is, of course, the top maker of machines that run computer networks and the internet, as we know from the internet boom. It now expects sales of as much as $61 billion in the fiscal year ending in July. That is $1 billion more than previously expected. The stock rose 4.6% today, and it's up about 31% year to date. So really solid run for this company that obviously was such a big focus.
And I think about Woo Jin Ho of our Bloomberg Intelligence team. We talked about the earnings after they came out on late Wednesday. And, what's interesting is, yes, they are, looking to expand upon their AI exposure. But what might be a saving grace, if indeed we see a pullback because of concerns over AI, the spend, that they could actually be insulated a little bit from them because they're not as much exposed, even as they move to increase that exposure. So it's kind of interesting. What?
Can you hear me now?
Very funny.
Was that Verizon?
Was it Verizon?
I don't know.
Was it? Yeah. Oh, Ari, our producer, says yes. Can you
Thank
hear
you,
me now?
Ari. He knows everything.
I haven't seen one of those commercials in a very long time.
Alex is like, I've never even.
She's like, why did I come in?
What you guys are talking about.
I don't even know if they do that. They probably don't do that anymore. But
right,
I'm dating myself here, guys.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I know that commercial very well.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately for them, though, some pretty bad news today. They are expecting job cuts. Very interesting at a time that we don't have a jobs report to be seeing these announcements from corporations, kind of getting a sense of what the labor market is looking at. And this report right now says that the layoffs aren't expected to affect Verizon's unionized employees, including those who work in smaller retail stores. But the cuts could get pretty aggressive. The reduction could impact 10,000 to 15,000 workers, according to people familiar with the matter. And this is part of really aggressive efforts by the new CEO, Dan Schulman. He recently unveiled plans to reclaim market share for the company. And here he is acting accordingly. The stock ended about flat today.
Yeah, I always think about when we see this, it's like, oh, it's part of, changes, restructuring and whatever, but it's people losing jobs.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
But look, on a day when the markets fell, the stock was in the green. People are okay. Investors.
Investors are still responding positively to any kind of spending reductions by firms.
Okay. You want to do this story? You want to do this story all day, Carol?
Tesla?
Yeah. We
She's
can't
waiting for
skip
Apple
a day without
She's waiting for Apple CarPlay in her Tesla. That's what she's waiting for.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm waiting for.
I have to admit, guys, today is the first time I'm learning about the word infotainment.
Oh,
information,
you know why?
and entertainment.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because you're a New Yorker.
That's true.
And what does that mean?
Do you drive?
I think I've mentioned on the show that I don't have a driver's license.
Oh, okay.
There it
I
is.
don't drive at all.
You don't drive at all?
No.
She doesn't have a
wrong
license.
with you?
I grew up in Brooklyn.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say to her?
What's wrong?
Nothing is wrong with her. She lives in New York City.
No,
it's the only city in the country you can live in
she doesn't
and not
know
need a
her.
driver's license.
No, it's so true.
I'm here for you.
My daughter who went to school.
Do you drive them?
I do, but I'm from
He's from
California.
Cal-
Oh, yeah.
Where
like,
everybody
we're born with
drives.
driver's licenses there.
No, but it's true. Kids who like grow up and it's like,
It's not that I never wanted to learn. I just like never prioritized it because we were always taking the subways. We always had one friend who had a car, and we kind of got away with not driving.
I love that. All right, what do you got? Quickly.
Well, this one is a big scoop from Mark Gurman and Ed Ludlow here.
Dynamic duo.
Apparently, Tesla is developing support for Apple's CarPlay system in its vehicles. This is according to people with knowledge of the matter. This is still private information that is being worked out. The car maker has started testing this capability internally. The CarPlay platform, which was long supported by other vehicles, is now, this effort is now happening with Tesla. It shows users a version of the iPhone software that is optimized for vehicle infotainment systems, as we just spoke about. So pretty big news here for Tesla, positive
I'm
development.
so glad now this is part of your vocabulary.
I know, I'm learning something
Do
new
you think
every
you'll ever
day.
get a driver's license?
She's so smart
I
at
want to.
markets.
Maybe I'm just holding off for self-driving vehicles. I think we're making enough advancements in that field that maybe I'll get lucky and we'll never have to learn.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.